Welcome back to Black Girl Interrupted Podcast. I'm your host, Whisper Washington, and this is my co-host, D. Brandon Black.
Yes, sir, in the building.
What up? How are you, man?
I'm Gucci.
Like a
Uh,
hoochie?
yeah. A $40 one.
um, have you checked out the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air spinoff? Have you checked it out?
I have. I'm about 3 or 4 episodes in.
How you feel about it?
I like it,
You like it?
actually. Yeah, I like it. I like it. They got me. I'm in there.
Yeah, it's a drama. I've only
Definitely a
watched
drama.
one episode,
Yeah,
and I've
definitely
seen
a
like clips
drama.
and stuff.
But the more you watch and then you start to actually get into the characters,
Mm-hmm.
you'll want to keep watching because I can't stand Carlton.
Yeah,
And as
yeah. A lot of
you
people
keep
saying that.
watching,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll see why. Yeah, so it's dope. Only thing that get me sometimes, Will
Mm-hmm.
does some things is kind of like Will from the Fresh Prince. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, did they tell him to do
To do
that
that,
or
probably
you know what I'm
not.
saying?
Probably a choice that the actor is making.
Probably so. No, probably not. It's probably a choice the actor is making. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, she studies. She
I
is
studied
an
the
actress.
Meisner technique.
Did you hear those professional choice of words? Your choices you make. Your
No,
character choices.
you really do have to remove yourself from the original show.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Absolutely.
once people said it's a drama, I was like, okay, let me just remove myself from the fact that the other show it's not gonna be nothing like that. You can't even really look at it as like a reboot or a redo.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Jeffrey smooth in a motherfucker. This nigga
He
like
low key look like the dude though.
yeah, he
He
does.
the original dude,
He
but he's
does.
like a rude boy.
Yeah, I'm like, is this nigga a pimp, a
Okay.
hitman? What is this cool ass
I'm
nigga?
like,
Philip, what's
okay.
I'm
I'm like,
like,
okay.
what?
And then Uncle Phil is like a Q or something.
He's an alpha.
He's an alpha. Oh, I was like, come on, Black
He's an
Excellence.
alpha. Yeah, right. He did his shit, stepped up. Damn, somebody I know is actually an extra
In that.
on that episode when they were
Awesome for
stepping.
sure.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Damn,
You ever done extra work?
I have done extra work.
You like it or not?
You know what? It was cool.
Mhm.
It was cool. I made the best of it. You know what I mean? I'm a talkative
Person.
person, so I'm meeting the PAs and all that shit and
Mhm.
talking to people on set. And it was easy fucking money. Like the shit I did extra work for a Samsung commercial. And if you look really, really close on your TV screen,
In the corner, in the right hand corner.
you see a little red blob. That's me.
You. I'm weak.
That's me.
The one thing about living in LA is like meeting people who you see on TV. Like
Yeah.
a few of my friends have booked commercials, and I'll be like, I'll be watching it, and
Yeah.
they be like, oh, look at you,
That's
you know, what I mean?
dope.
That's the homie. Or one of my homies was a movie that she was in was on my flight.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was on
That's
one of
dope
my
as
flights. I
fuck.
was like, look at you.
Girl, you better
You better do it and be a superstar.
look at you.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think I did more reality shit so far than I've done like
Yeah.
commercials and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was so close to booking like an
A
NBC commercial.
Man, and them joints be
Motherfuckers.
paying. My homie be like, oh yeah, I paid my rent for like 6 months. I'll be like, ooh, off of one commercial.
Man,
Okay,
let me get back to auditioning, god damn it. You know, what you need me to I do accents. That's a pirate. These fish sticks are amazing. You know?
Nigga stupid. What's something that like is your limit when it comes to acting and stuff?
My limit?
Like, would you do nudity? Would you put on a dress? I know that's a big thing for black men.
Oh, you know what? I always thought about that. Like, would the time come for me to put on the dress?
Mm-hmm.
Would the dress shoot me to the stars?
Cause like
Should I do it?
a lot of comedians have done that. Flip Wilson is as
Yeah,
far
I
back as I can
know.
remember. Flip Wilson has done it. Martin, who else? Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Flip, Martin, Jamie, of course. Well, he not a comedian. Tyler Perry,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy has
Eddie
done
Murphy,
it.
yes.
Can't forget the clumps.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't know if it was Tyler Perry or somebody else though. Excuse me. They made a point though, like if you were to do it in like I don't know if he said artistic, but you know,
Mhm.
making the character like Eddie Murphy in the Clumps.
Yeah. I
It
don't
didn't
even
come
think
off
of
like
him,
him
yeah,
in a
in a
dress.
dress.
Like he
Yeah. I didn't even
was
think of
her.
that. Like, oh, yeah, he was in a
That's Eddie
dress.
Murphy. Like,
Yeah.
no, he was those ladies, the
Mhm.
grandma and the
Mhm.
mama. And it was like, damn, you really thought those were real people. So I think if I was able to pull it off like that,
Mhm.
probably so.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Like on
it
some Big Mama's house type of shit. Like something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I get
know.
that.
You feel me?
I do not do extreme nudity.
Define
Like
extreme
I
for
don't
me
I
and the
won't show my
others.
breasts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You could see my back, you could see like little, little booty, but I'm not
No
showing full
areolas, ladies and
frontal
gentlemen.
nudity. I'm not, and I don't want to do anything that's too graphic.
She don't want your mama to see
I don't
you.
want my mama to see.
She be like, girl,
And
I
I have seen the breakdowns for certain shows that we all love that are on Stars and the graphic sex scenes and for HBO. I've seen some and it's like they let you know explicit nudity. And you read the sides and you're like, why is this even what? Why is
yeah,
this even necessary to, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
What's her name? Zendaya has a nudity clause. She does not do nudity at all. You will never
Really?
see Zendaya naked.
I thought she was naked though in the film with David Washington.
Mm-mm.
I gotta go back and look at that because
I
I could have
don't
sworn
remember
I
she
seen
was
her
ever nude
titties.
nude in that.
I
I
I
thought
think
I
I
saw a
saw her
side
titties.
profile. I saw a side
Yeah,
profile. I saw her in the tub, but you saw her from here.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
people were so mad
Damn,
because
I'm
they
gonna go
thought
back and
this
look.
season of you. If you find now, is it like
I didn't finish
the
Euphoria.
camera just happened to catch something, or is like full on like you know what I mean? Let me
Yeah,
know.
I'm gonna go back and watch. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
because people was hyped thinking like, oh, they would see her nude in Euphoria. There was a scene where like they was making everybody strip, but she did not strip.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, nothing. I'm not trying to take nothing away from her,
Mhm.
but you know, I mean, I don't really need to see her naked like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Like, you know,
no,
it's
no.
like, oh,
I
okay.
don't think like it just blows the amount of nudity that's in there, and I'm like, these are still like they're adults, but they're playing kids. So that's
Right,
what it trips me out.
right.
Like there's one girl on there, Cassie. Now,
I
mind
haven't
you,
finished this
I'm not
last
giving
season.
you.
All
I'm
right,
not
I'm just
saying
letting you know. I'm
anything.
like, don't ruin.
I
Please don't.
I have not watched Euphoria. I've seen literally 2 episodes from the first season and the 1 episode and 2 episodes from the second season. I watched the episode with Meech because I'm a fan of his, Little Meech. So I
Yeah,
watched that and then I watched one of the more recent episodes. And Cassie is just always naked and it just throws me off.
yeah.
There's one scene where I'm like, this is not necessary. Like,
Why are they doing this?
why is her titties always out?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like as long as it's not the black girl. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, girl, maybe
you
go put
know,
your foot down, talk to your agent or something. But like,
you ain't never showing your titties. What is
okay,
going on? I feel like I don't know. Some of it probably ain't necessary. I feel
it's
like these
not.
rich kids act like that though. I'm sure
That's
it's
what
a
people
lot of
were
fucking going
saying.
on.
People were saying like, if you have ever gone to a predominantly white school, this is real.
Yeah.
This is like, and I did, but I didn't. I wasn't in that crowd. I wasn't in that life. I went to PWI college, but I
Yeah.
was always at the HBCU. Like as soon as I was out
Uh
of class, I was up there. Every event, I was up there. So I didn't really, get into
yeah.
all that. Like my high schools, all of that. Like,
Like it's a private school out here called Buckley.
hmm
And I heard,
it be going up.
yeah, drugs, all that shit. Cause they
Lord,
super rich. I think it's like 40,000 a year.
oh
And
my
this is
gosh.
a high school.
hmm
I
A
think middle
high
school,
school,
high school. Yeah,
forty
yeah.
thousand a year. There's no way. What's the
30,
point of
40.
that?
Yeah.
Just find a good public school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they paying for high school, like,
Forty
but it's
thousand.
called Buckley,
Mm.
and I heard the kids be on drugs and all type
Hell
of shit up
no.
there.
My kids, I would never send my kids to private school for that reason.
Yeah,
It's just too much and it's too much peer pressure and like extraness that goes along in private schools.
yeah,
And then I don't want
yeah,
my kids to grow up. I grew up black in predominantly white spaces and I just don't want my kids to grow up that way. You know what I mean?
and be
Like
like Carlton on the new
yeah,
fresh.
it was just all the things that I have heard and the things that white people think are not offensive to say around black people. And it's like,
Yeah,
girl, You lucky I don't want to sock you right now. You know what I mean? You
Right.
lucky I can't call my mama to tell me to come get me from school because I done got into a fight. Like, I'm more afraid of her,
Facts.
of having to call her than I am of, being really getting some real consequences.
Facts.
But, yeah.
And I lied to you.
Mhm.
Buckley is $53,500 a year.
There's no way. And what is it, a high school?
Yeah, let me check the grades. And then they say that includes lunch, books, supplies, class trips, and student accident
Which should
insurance.
normally be in that school. What do you mean?
It's K through 12. So your
K through
kid can
12.
start there in kindergarten and
Wow.
stay there.
$50,000 a year for 12 years.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Founded
There's no
in
way. There's no way.
1933, private school. And then one of the things I think the kids, I don't know if they necessarily benefit from it right away, but the parents could, is the connections.
Oh,
that
the
could be
connections,
made.
for
Yeah,
sure. The
but
people you meet in. Like, if I did have the money, I would be like, okay, so who's in your class? Whose father? Who's that? Who's her? Who?
right. The motto is dare to be true.
Let me tell you, there's a school back home in DC called Friendly. I think it's called Friendly.
Friendly?
I think it is. And it's a private school. And it's expensive like that.
Yeah.
And all of the presidents, vice presidents, their kids go there. Malia and Sasha went there. And I had the opportunity to be in the lottery.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad did not put me in. And I get it because they was like, okay, we put you in it. Who paying them others years? Like, you'll be there for 1 year.
Yeah.
Let me look that up. But all of, like, bro, the connections. You know what I mean?
All the Kardashians went to Buckley.
Really?
Yeah. Paris Hilton, Tatiana Ali, Tevin Campbell went to Buckley.
Kevin.
Natalie Cole. Nicole Richie. Yeah, Matthew Perry. Just to name a few.
Crazy. I don't think I would ever send my kids
Paris
to,
Jackson.
They're
going to be exposed to some shit. For
Yeah.
sure. They're going to definitely be exposed to some shit.
Oh, for sure.
Because I moved to Palmdale before it became kind of chocolate city.
It's called Sidwell and Friends. Sorry, that's the school.
Friendly.
Friendly. There is a school called Friendly, but that's in Fort Washington. Sidwell and Friends is in DC.
Sidwell and Friends.
And that is K through 12.
K through 12 as well?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they all K through 12, and that's probably so you can foster these friendships and shit like that. It's a reason why it's all K through 12.
Yeah.
Definitely a reason.
Their tuition is $48,000 a year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mama wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
My mama wasn't doing that. She would have been like,
you want to go senior year?
Okay.
Not even that.
Not even that. I would have went 1 year and that would have been it.
Damn.
And then they probably would have found out that I got there through the lottery and they probably would have teased me. They'd be like, lottery kid. Lottery kid. Her parents are poor.
Hey, Whisper, you want a lunch ticket?
Yeah. My dad had don't do it like that. My dad had did have a Mercedes, right? When we was growing up. But it was like an older Mercedes. Yeah. But it was like vintage and that's what he wanted. They probably would have teased me so bad. They were like, your dad has a freaking Mercedes? How poor are you?
Hey, Whisper, can I whisper a secret to you? You're broke.
Fuck you.
Broke. But I got hands, bitch.
I definitely would have leaned into the stereotype of being like the badass kid.
Right.
I'm from the hood.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck about this school.
I definitely would have leaned into that. But I'm from the hood. No, you're really not. Yeah.
It would have been a couple that would have wanted to click with you for safety and shit. No, I fuck with you.
I would have probably ran that school.
Or that them rich ass kids who hate fucking being rich and privileged. You know, smoking a cigarette like, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Aren't they all pricks and pretentious? Huh, you talking to me? Nah, I'm talking to my shadow. Like, damn, bitch, you gotta be sarcastic.
We watch too much TV.
Way too much. What's your name?
Another thing is with the Euphoria, a man writes that show. So
Really?
it also does bother me that there's so much nudity because a man writes it.
It's like, you know what?
And
I
then,
probably, not to cut you off,
mhm,
just to double back to your question, I
mhm.
don't know if I could do like a sexual gay nudity scene.
No Brokeback Mountain.
I don't think so.
They got
I don't think I'm
nominated for
into.
awards.
I don't think I'm enough artist of an artist yet.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen
Yeah.
P Valley?
Oh yes.
Yeah. I was sitting there like, could I do that?
Yeah.
Could I do
What's
that?
his name? The rapper.
Murder.
Little Murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Little Murder. I was like, could I do that?
That was a tough scene when he took old boy down.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember, the part about it that was tough and was hilarious to me is they was doing cuts between the two dudes together and then the girl stripping for the first time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, men are probably being tortured right now. Oh gosh. But no,
I
that
think
would be
he's
tough.
married with a kid
He's
too.
married with
yeah.
a kid,
So I
yeah.
was like, damn.
He just recently got married. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
was like, man, he's a dope ass
He's a
thespian
dope
ass artist.
actor, yes.
Am I there yet?
Yeah, am I there? Yeah.
Could I ever be there?
I could play a lesbian.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, again, I don't want to do any type of graphic sex scene. So even if it was with a girl, I
Where
would
you
not.
gotta like spread a booty
Yeah,
cheek.
I'm not doing all of that.
Get bent over.
But I feel like I would play a lesbian as long as it's not like even if it's just with a man. I don't want it to be super graphic because it's like this is on TV forever.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be a grandma at some point in time. You know what I mean?
Grandma.
And I don't want my kids to be like, oh my God, girl, I used to be.
They gotta find I don't know what the fuck is gonna be popping in where everything's streaming. I was about to say they gotta find the flash drives of your old movies when you pass away. Like, what is this? Put that in. Oh, look what grandma was doing. She was a lesbian eating Popeye on camera.
Popeye.
It was acting. I think I could play a gay character, but just that graphic shit, yeah.
Do you think that trains, like men running trains, you think that's kind of sus? Is that weird, or how do you feel about that with men? Because y'all like all in the room just...
I don't necessarily think it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably you should have a relationship with the nigga you're on the train with, though. Like this my boy, you feel me? And two, I think it got to be rules to that shit. Like, if I don't know what part is the caboose, but if let's say I'm hitting from the back and she dumb you up, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Have proper train etiquette.
Please. Why are we making eye contact?
Nigga looking you dead in your eye.
Get it. Hit it. Beat it up, nigga. Oh, right here. Focus. Yeah, nigga, beat it up. I'm trying to make sure you don't bust too quick. Beat it up. Like, what? What are you doing?
I think it's kind of sus.
Yeah. Now, if we trying to go in at the same time and our balls is rubbing and shit, now that's out. Yeah. Like, I don't think I could be a porn star because of that reason. Because of that. Like, hey, y'all, now, both of y'all go in.
I know you're going to tap into your misogyny for this one. Why is it considered a train if it's two men, but it's not just, why is it not considered a threesome? It's three people.
Let me justify this simply. If you ever seen a train yard or been to a train, the cars connect like so.
Stop the sound effects, bro.
And so you had a woman, she's bent over and she's giving a head. Guess what? They're connecting. It's a train. It's simple. Look at it.
It's all
a simple illustration could. I bet if you have,
it's all a threesome.
It's not.
They were
really
clowning AJ Johnson, who is the mom from Baby Boy, because that's what she did for her 50th birthday. She had a threesome. Now people was calling it a train, and she didn't care. Like she said, she didn't care.
It was definitely a train.
It was definitely. I was just like, at 50, like what would make you do that?
Because it's two men and a woman. Guess what? Both men are standing up.
I cannot deal.
Now,
she said it was an elegant dance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was filthy.
She said they were just like trading off, and it was an elegant dance. She said
they was trading off.
Mm-hmm.
What would you even call that then? It was like, all right, Wait, stop. His turn. Let me come over here.
very
AJ
strange.
Johnson?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
She's
she's
pretty.
straight. She buff as fuck,
She
man. She
yeah,
cut up, I should say.
she's cut up.
I was
Yeah,
at
she's a nutritionist and all that stuff now.
I went to a function and she was there. And it was before I was doing stand up. Tahir was there and somebody else was there too. And I remember Tahir was there because he had on like this blue crushed velvet suit.
I'm weak.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, this nigga velvety. I think somebody
Not this
said
nigga
something about
velvety.
it, but then I saw her there. You know, I saw her recently, who's pretty as fucking person. And the homie was like, I was like, damn, I know her from somewhere, bro, but I can't. The girl who she plays Batwoman. And she was in
Which one, the white girl or the
no,
black?
the black
the
girl.
black one. Yeah.
Yeah, she was having coffee in where was I? Studio City. And I was just walking up like, damn, that's a fine ass little chocolate thing. And she was kind of looking like,
Please don't,
something?
princess. Please don't
I
act
was
like you know me.
Why she looking like I'm gonna talk to her? Like,
Yeah.
baby, I'm taken.
Okay.
And I look terrible today.
Isn't her show on the CW? Who's really watching that? No shade. Because I wouldn't mind being on the CW, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like I kind of know who you're talking about, but if I saw her in person, I would be like,
I just was like, she looked familiar. I recognize her from watching this movie. I think it's on BET Plus called Always a Bridesmaid.
okay.
So I'm like, damn, this
Not
girl
the
look
BET
familiar
Plus.
though. Yeah, BET Plus. I was like, damn. But then I saw her like reading a script when I came out the same coffee shop.
Oh gosh.
It was like on the table.
Why are you there reading a script? Come on. And then you get mad when somebody notices you and walks up. Come on, LA. Don't stop being so LA with that. Not even so LA, because LA is chill. I'm talking about being such a transplant. I said that. Extra ass.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Javasia Leslie.
Oh yeah, she's pretty. I think she's from Maryland.
She might be. Let's see. Oh, you gotta take everything back. She from Maryland. She went to Hampton. Oh, she was born in West Germany.
Okay, but she went to Hampton University. What that mean? She was born there.
Hampton University.
Hamptons, Virginia.
Personal life. Leslie is bisexual.
Oh, hello. Look at you. Later. You all. Oh, okay. Well,
she bisexual. She is a Christian and she trained in Muay Thai. Damn, she could have whooped my ass.
Yeah.
Like, can I get a picture? What's up? Hey, bitch, you tripping? So she probably be doing her own stunts.
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind learning how to do some extra stuff. Yeah. Why is that what you stuck on?
Baby, look at that bitch. You like her? Let's get it together.
Why do men always think that's what that means? That means she dates women sometimes, she dates men sometimes. That doesn't mean that she's some Uber. She might be a prude and just be bisexual.
Oh, how unfun would that be?
Just
babe,
saying.
would you? But that's
you know what I mean?
I'm a horny guy. Yeah, that's true.
Men, that's how men mess it up. You hear your woman say she's bisexual, and then all of a sudden you thinking, oh, we can do all this stuff. No, bro, just enjoy being with your lady. She might bring it up, and if she do, be ready. Be ready. You know what I mean?
Please.
You can't pray for that. You can't pray for that. Don't put that on my Lord and Savior.
I see something that was like. Whose words? Damn, can I remember it correctly? It was like whose words are it was a question like if a guy prays for goddamn, I'm gonna have to find the sentence. It was like if a guy pray for a chick like not to get pregnant or some shit. Whose words? But I said it was a guy. I'm gonna find it out. I'm mad I can't remember exactly. I was like, yeah, it's the guy. We're a piece of shit. Let me ask you a question. You don't have to speak on it at all. I think we talked about it. T.I. doing comedy and getting time at spots that people that's pursuing this as a passion gotta wait sometimes years to go up on. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's fair because he's getting headliner spots.
Yes.
And if y'all don't know, headliner spots are the last spot on the show. That's the closer. You getting the title on the thing. T.I. is here. Da, da, da. I don't think it's fair. I think it's wrong to the many people, the many comedians who will hustle and are waiting in line to perform at the Laugh Factory, and you just walk in and get to do it. I appreciate the fact that he's taking it seriously, but he needs to go into it knowing that you get no respect.
Yeah.
Just because you're T.I., like, comedians do not have, like, when you coming in the game as a comedian and nobody knows you, you get no respect.
None.
They don't care. They don't care. They want to, you have
the
to
fuck are
prove
you?
to them that you're funny, and not just once, 10, 15, 20 times. They need to constantly see your face. And so him and Godfrey had like a little thing.
Oh,
Godfrey
really?
was upset because it was his show and he was the headliner, but T.I. went up after him.
Oh, he went up at the Godfrey.
Yes, which
Damn.
is like
Yeah, I
a
would be
cardinal
upset, too.
sin. Like, you
Right.
don't, if it's my show and he's the closer, he's
Close
the closer.
it down.
So, and T.I. got upset and was like, I'm your ally, I'm not your competition. Da, da. But what T.I. has to understand is Godfrey is a king in comedy.
Yeah.
You get no respect from him.
I think Godfrey got what, like 20 years
20
in?
plus years.
Like,
So
yeah.
you coming into this, you get no respect. We don't
Yeah.
care that you're T.I. You're now a comic and you starting at the bottom of the totem pole as it should be. But that's not what's happening. So I
Now,
feel like what he should do is say, if he does a show, bring a bunch of unknown comics onto the show so they can get some exposure.
yeah.
Use your platform for good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was about to say, how much of the blame or fault do we have to put on him, or do we blame the clubs?
Yeah, I put
the
no blame on
politics?
him.
Yeah.
I put no blame on him.
Because it seems like it's more about ticket sales.
It's more about ticket
nowadays
sales.
than
Yeah.
a person actually being funny or whatever.
It's much more about ticket sales than it has to do with you actually being funny, which is terrible because T.I. will never really know if he's hilarious because you're T.I. People are just
Right.
there to see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they might
right.
chuckle at the fact that it's T.I. saying that,
Right.
not at the fact that it's a funny joke. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it sucks, I'm happy that he's trying something new, but it just is terrible for I don't think he realized how tough of a business comedy is and how much of a grind it is, and how comics don't get paid. You know what I mean? Most comics pay to do comedy. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like he should tap out and not do it. Or if you're gonna do it, bring up some other comedians with you that's not as established.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Or jump in the
Promoting.
yeah, promoting and shit. Jump in the lion's den with everybody else too.
Yeah.
Like, and then motherfuckers like, oh man, he
Mhm.
fucking with us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You ain't necessarily gotta go to a shitty open mic, but you
Yeah.
could do
I
some
don't want to
shit with
I was like, why are you at the Laugh Factory?
man.
That takes years for some comedians to get in the door. That we was just talking about this before. Comedians go there 2-3 times a week just to hang out, just to try to get up on stage. So that was what blew my mind, where I'm like,
Yeah.
he jumped the steps. And the thing about it is he's new to the game, so he probably don't know. Little Duval is his homie, so I don't know if he's like talk
got
to
some
him.
plug, yeah.
Like, hey, what should I do? But the fact that he jumped the line and was like at the Laugh Factory blew my mind.
Mine too, I can't lie.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Who
waited, like,
knows
2
whose spot
years
you
or
took
something.
that night?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
yeah.
a 2-year waiting list for the chocolate sundaes.
Facts.
So for T.I. to be like, I'm performing at the Laugh Factory, that blew my mind. No, dude. Like, I'm not saying you got to do shit like terrible clubs, but hit up the open mics.
Yeah.
Pay $5 like the rest of us to do 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean? We out here paying to do comedy because we love it. It's what we love to do.
Right. I didn't really take too much offense to it. I did, but until I heard him say a joke that was like pertaining to everybody talking about how he pretty much jumping the line, and he had a joke that said something like, well, don't be mad at me because you've been doing this for 20 years and your career ain't where you want it to be. And I was just like,
that's disrespectful.
Yeah, like,
and the thing about it is the comedy game is a grind. It's all about who you know. I see some of the, I host an open mic. I see some hilarious comedians who are probably never really going to get a major shot because they did the stars ain't aligning. He's not meeting the right person at the right time. He got to go to work, so he can't be at every open mic and everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, that's not cool, bro.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like really you doing what you doing in comedy though because of your clout in music.
Yeah.
It's not because of what
Your
you've been doing in
skills.
comedy.
Yeah.
So I thought that joke, I was like, well,
that's a bit disrespectful.
Yeah, you can't really say that because he been grinding for 20 years, but if you wasn't who you were in music, then you wouldn't be.
And how long did it take you to grind and blow up in music?
Yeah.
That took you a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that wasn't overnight, so.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Anywho,
show business.
Show business. It's not for everybody.
What is that? What my nigga David fuck.
What?
I'm so sorry.
Dave Chappelle or
nah.
Where would I know him from?
He a comedian and his Instagram got popular. He was like, get you one of these things called a family.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know
I can't tell you who that is.
He be like, it's not for the weak.
I don't know who that is.
You
know what I mean?
I thought my impersonation was on point
and
too.
You got to understand, you got these comics who are sitting up here posting 15 videos on TikTok and Instagram trying to blow up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, bro.
Facts.
That's not a funny joke, but whatever. Anywho, and again, it's not his fault. It's the club's fault because they are trying to make money, and I'm not mad at them for trying to make money. But he needs to come into this thing with nothing but humility and stop jumping the line. Stop doing these big clubs, bro. Like that's like there's a waiting list at these clubs. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And the only people who get to jump the line are comedians who have put in their work.
Definitely.
Like Godfrey could show up to the Laugh Factory and jump the line because he's Godfrey.
Right.
You know, Eddie Murphy has done it. I've been there. Chris Rock has walked in and been like, Kevin Hart jumps the line. But those are people who got 20 years in the game.
Yeah, they're established.
And we not, and it's fine. You can jump the line because you was where we was at one point in time. You was in the trenches paying to do comedy.
Exactly. And David Arnold was who I was thinking
David
of.
Arnold. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah. David Arnold's another one who he's been in the game 20 plus years. He's really just now getting his shot. He had a special, and Dave was like 40 something years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think he wrote for a lot of people too.
He wrote for a lot of people.
I first seen David Arnold when All Def was having live stand-up shows. I forget where, but funny than a motherfucker.
He's a funny dude, yeah.
Cracking up.
And it's like he's been out there doing his jokes, being funny, and he just had to wait his time. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a statement, and you can tap into your massage and noir and tell me.
I'm a man.
So we've seen a lot of people talking about giving dating advice and dating and blah 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 blah. Right? So something that annoys me is men who get upset at the situation that they have created, and when I say that, I mean men for years, for decades, have told women that their only commodity is the fact that they're young, beautiful, have beautiful bodies. They've told women that they have like an expiration date. You know what I mean? Once you hit a certain age, it's like sour milk. So you've told women this for decades. So I get mad at men who get upset that you have women who are cashing in on that. Who are like, I'm 22 and I'm going to find the richest man I can find.
Right.
And like you're upset that she's curving you, the regular guy, because she wants the rich man. But this is an environment that y'all have created. Men have literally taught women, you're beautiful, so I'm going to pay for everything and that's it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's really an environment that the rich man has created.
The rich man has created.
For the most part.
You know
but
what
you got to do is, fellas, you got to get that beautiful girl on the ground floor while y'all both in high school.
Yeah. You got to see the beauty in her.
And you got to destroy her ambition early.
The massage noir.
So she develop and blossom into that beautiful creature she is. Her ambition gonna be so low that she gonna put up
Trifling.
with you.
You see this?
Shit.
I'm just saying, I hate that men will sit here and be
Nah.
like, she's a gold digger and she's this
Yeah.
and she's that. And it's like, bro, y'all literally taught her this. You have
Yeah.
told women that you're at once you hit 30, ain't nobody gonna want
Who
you.
wants
And
30-year-old
so,
pussy?
yeah, like men have said that forever. And so I'm like, why are you mad at this 5-year-old woman who's like, no, I don't want to be with this regular man. I'm gonna find an NFL player.
I think because it's just, I think what they don't like is the outspokenness of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it's been around,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't so out in the open before because the internet and social media wasn't so popular. So I think dudes just don't like the outspokenness of it.
Yeah.
Don't make me feel bad.
Mhm.
Bitch, I know you out of my league. When I see you on the other side of the club, I knew I couldn't get you. I might shoot my shot, but I knew you was out of my goddamn league. You was out of my checkbook range. Absolutely. Definitely. But can I fantasize a little bit? So I think it's just a woman hurting a lot of egos. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you filth. And it's like, damn, you don't have to be mean about it. You know,
Yeah.
you could just tell me move along. And I
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, beautiful bitch, I'll move along. I'll move right along. You know?
And the thing about it is you gotta know in your environment. A bad bitch here is different from a bad bitch that's in Wyoming.
Absolutely.
Lori Harvey, gorgeous, correct? Beautiful.
All right. Cat is probably pristine.
Lori Harvey in Wyoming is not being exposed to athletes and movie stars and stuff like that. A regular dude could probably get a Lori Harvey in Wyoming.
Right.
But here in LA,
right.
bro, no.
Right.
She's aware of how beautiful she is because how men are reacting to her here in LA and giving her everything. And then she's meeting and interacting with men who are rich and are like, you're beautiful. I'm going to give you everything because you're beautiful.
Let me spoil you.
So understand, like, yeah, you might not get a Lori Harvey because you're in California, you're in LA, or you're in Miami, or in New York. So they're gonna be able to be around, like literally in LA, we can walk in the grocery store and see an NFL player.
Oh yeah,
I've seen Chris Paul like 4 times.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I've bumped.
He tall too.
He hella tall.
Yeah.
I've seen Carucci. I've seen Chris Brown before. Like
I met Carucci. I used to work at Bloomingdale's.
Oh yeah,
so I met a lot of people there. Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's different here. So you need to understand, like, unfortunately, bro, your standards have to shift. If either get your money up, unfortunately, you know what I mean, or understand that you might not be able to get this gorgeous woman because of the fact that she's been exposed to a different type of lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Right. And then a lot of women ain't ugly, or maybe I should rephrase that. A lot of women.
A lot of women ain't ugly.
Yeah, a lot of women can be Lori Harvey, fellas.
A lot of women can be Lori Harvey.
They just need money. They just don't have Lori Harvey money. What's the expression? You're not ugly. You broke.
Yeah.
You broke.
You broke. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
A lot of women, you just need to give them a little polish, a little shine. You know what I mean?
So find you that Datsun and put some money in that motherfucker. And it's gonna be amazing. You know what I'm saying? You put them new sprockets and them BBSs on that bitch and you change the spark plugs and
I hate this nigga.
swap out the headers and put leather seats, or maybe you put some racing bucket seats in that motherfucker. Some niggas gonna be like, damn, that motherfucker is amazing.
But this is the thing. I'm gonna just say it. Women do that, men don't do that. Yeah. Women will be like, I'm going to, I heard a quote years ago that said, and this is going to come off sexual, but it's not, it doesn't mean to be. But she said, this woman said, find you a berry and spit shine him into a Barack. Meaning like, clean him up, girl. Help him with his dreams and make him into blah, blah, blah. Men don't do that.
I give you that, because a nigga would be like, I'm going to just purchase some shit fresh off the lot.
Okay. Niggas will be like, I'm out of here. I'm not about to. Women will be like, I'm going to put all this work into him. I'm going to help him out, his dreams. It's very rare that you will find a man who will build up a woman or who will, you know what I mean? Like a guy at my job, he worked 2 jobs to send his girl to school for 6 years. She did not work. She just went to school. And he was like, all of his friends was calling him lame, telling him he was a weirdo, and that she was gonna take off and leave his ass and da-da-da. And now he works part-time. He be chilling. And she's the breadwinner now.
That's what's up.
But I'm just like,
let's go, house husband.
but I'm like, the rarity of that
Yeah.
like, if men will like deal with you if men don't care if you like a CEO, but they not gonna deal with a bitch who ain't got no car, who, you know what I mean, she ain't got no ambition. Like, they will be turned off by that. Or they'll just think like, I'ma just
unless she look
fuck,
good.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Pussy is powerful. Pussy is powerful, boy. You shit. That's why niggas pay for it. You know.
Yeah.
This nigga pay for it and shit. So,
But he not gonna wife a girl like that.
She find the right sucker, yeah.
That's true.
Because I seen a chick who was talking to this one dude bad. I'll never forget. We was in Wingstop on Crenshaw and Coliseum, and it was nothing but fellas in there this day. It was crazy.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
And then it was this dude and his chick. She was light skinned. She had a shortcut. And they was getting the food and the game was on. He had like glasses, looked kind of nerdy. But anyway, long story short, she walked out first. And he was like trying to shoot the shit with the fellas. They're like, yeah, the lady. She came in. She said, didn't I tell you, let's go? No, come on. And everybody just, all the fellas turned and looked at that nigga like,
you better not walk out. You better not walk.
He just was like, grabbed some paper towels, like, and walked out. Bullshit you not. 5 days later, I'm in the Five Seals Mall. I seen them again. I'm on the second level. She walking, he trailing behind her, licking the ice cream cone, licking it, like looking like a kid. But I'm like, he gotta have money. Clearly, she don't like him. She don't respect him.
Yeah.
You feel me? But he probably a little trick with money,
Probably
you know?
a little trick.
What was
Probably
his
a
name?
little trick. Damn,
I wouldn't want to say his name on air anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I feel bad for
everybody did. As soon as the door closed to the Wingstop and he got in the car, oh, hell no! The whole nigga's like, man, I wish I would. That nigga crazy. Hey, hell no.
Listen, one thing my mama always told me, never disrespect no man in public.
Man.
If you got to correct your man or talk to him, do it in private between y'all. Don't
Excuse me,
publicly
let
be
me
like,
talk to you over
yeah,
here real quick.
yeah. Don't ever embarrass him. Nigga, I'll fuck you up. You ever do this?
Bitch, you crazy? You crazy? I won't kill you, bitch, but I'll show you.
I'll shake the shit out of you.
The fuck?
It's like, okay, you know what I mean?
I had co-workers in there.
I had co-workers in there. Everybody gonna know I'm a bitch now.
Shut up. You sleeping on the couch tonight.
That is our time. Thank you so much for tuning into Black Girl Interrupted Podcast. Please make sure to subscribe. New episodes drop every Monday. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram _Whisper Noelle, and that's NOELLE.
And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at I am Brandon Black. That's BLACK.
I can't. All right, y'all have a good one.